Hi there, Malia Tippett here with Bridgetown Marketing, and I am here to give you a quick overview on how to use our editorial calendar. If you have signed up for the Digital Marketing Blueprint, you will be getting this editorial calendar as part of the package that you receive at the end of the service, and we just wanted to walk you through it and get you a little familiar with how to use this tool. So the first thing you'll see is that we've created some templates here at the bottom for you. We'll go ahead and send you one with 3 different months set up, and on the first one, we'll get you started. We'll get you set up with some content categories and some initial content to help you get a feel for how to use this for your business. For right now, I wanted to point out a couple of things. First, that there's a media breakdown here on the bottom tab. And that's to give you an idea of where certain content is going to perform the best. So if it's a case study, if it's educational material, if it's product specific, and then the templates that you can use. So is it a quick tip template? Is it an examples template? This is great for if you're going to go into something like Canva, or if you're going to be using some sort of digital marketing, a graphic design online tool. You can create templates for yourself where this stuff can become really easy to pop information into. And then we give you this column about which platform that might work best on. So go ahead and take a look at that and start developing some of your content. And then back here on the month-by-month calendar, I want to show you that it's really important to set for yourself a campaign messaging for the month. So to kind of stay on track and to give yourself some parameters, it's always easier to come up with content when you give yourself some specific parameters. So one of the examples that I would put would be, for instance, this campaign launch would be, or the campaign this month would be the launch of the Digital Marketing Blueprint. And then we go down and we have this section week by week. So what you would put in this area right here would be the day of that week that you want to post that content. And then in this column, you would put what platform you want it to be on. So for instance, if we wanted this to be on LinkedIn, we would put LinkedIn in there. And then we would say we want to post that on the second day of January. One way to use this tool to really kind of help map out what content you need to create or how you need to develop that content is to go in here and determine for yourself ahead of time how often your company should be posting on certain platforms. So if you've determined that your company should be posting on LinkedIn once a month, but on Facebook you should be posting maybe twice a month, go ahead and put in Facebook. And then maybe you need to be posting on Instagram 3 times a month. You can go ahead and put that in here, 3 times a month. And so on and so forth. If you need to, you can add rows here, but if you are planning on doing that, let us know, because we've got some fun stuff set up at the bottom of the sheet that I'll show you in a minute that is determined based on the number of cells on the sheet. So we'll want to help customize this for you based on what you really need in terms of how many places you're posting and how often you're posting during a week. So moving on over, you can see that we've got this row right here, the column right here for the image link. This would be great if you could keep your images that you want to use for your social media marketing and for blog content, etc., in a Google Drive folder. And then you could just place the link here. A great way to use this tool is if you have someone else, perhaps a virtual assistant, posting on your behalf. You can go in and give them all of the content, including a link to the image, fill out this calendar in the first week of the month or maybe the last week of the month before, give this over to them, and then they can be fully in charge of posting for you. That's a great way to use this tool. So once you've got your image links in there, you can go in here and you can type out your exact content you want to have included with that post, keeping in mind that certain platforms are going to like longer post content and certain platforms are going to like shorter post content. And then over here, we've created this drop down for content categories. And in this editorial calendar template, we've included the ones that we think are most important and are good parameters for different businesses to set. That's a point of view. So that's anything where you are the expert in this information. This is your point of view on something that's happening in the industry. It's proprietary content and something that's coming out of your brain. And then there's case study. Case study is a testimonial or a thorough case study from challenge through solution to result that you might have with your service or product. And then we have the option to pull culture into the mix. That's wonderful information and content to be sharing with your online public. So that would be, hey, we had a 4th of July celebration at our office, or hey, we're giving back this holiday season to this, toy drive. That would be an example of a company culture item. And then you've got other. So that, we want to be as specific as we can, but we understand that not everything is going to fall into one of these categories. If your company has a very specific category that isn't listed here, again, that's an area that we can help you customize. And then going over into this next column, you can see the content target call to action. That's what that CTA is, call to action. So every time you post online, it should be for a reason. If that reason is simply to start connecting with your audience better, that's fine, but you should plan on having an action for them to take. Even if that post is about, trying to build a stronger relationship, maybe you're asking them a question, the follow-up, the call to action there is really important, and we put it in here as a column because we're really trying to push you to try to create an action, even if it feels like there's not one available. To give you an example, if it was a post that you were putting on Facebook, just asking people, hey, what did you think about the Super Bowl halftime show, right? That would be a way to connect with your audience and get feedback from them. A call to action would be to add to the end of that content of that post, leave us your opinion in the comments below. Or, you could say, give it a thumbs up in the comments below, or, something like that, getting them to really engage with the post. And then in this final column, we've got your hashtags. So if you're unfamiliar with the way that hashtags work, they are like a supercharged search feature. So adding hashtags that have your keywords in them will help people who are out there simply searching either through Google, or maybe they're searching through the social media platform for a particular category of information. If you have that hashtag included in your content, that person will more readily find you and your content. So for instance, if our campaign this month is the launch of the Digital Marketing Blueprint, one of my hashtags might be digital marketing. One of my hashtags might be, I'll put that here, digital marketing. One of my hashtags might also be, online marketing. One of my hashtags might be social media marketing. So you notice how I'm putting a space in between them, but no space in between the words, and I'm adding a hashtag in front of, without any sort of space in front of that word. So I could put in here LinkedIn. I could put in here Facebook, I could put in here Instagram, I could put in here blogging, I could put in here content marketing. All of those are good hashtags for the launch of the Digital Marketing Blueprint. So that's how you utilize that space there. Continuing down through the weeks, you can fill these out, and sometimes there's going to be months with 3 weeks, there's going to be months with 5 weeks. And then down here, this is where we've customized a content balance for you. The reason for this is it's really important that you know ahead of time what content your clients or potential clients are going to be most interested in. And depending on their persona, some are going to be more interested in your educational content, which would be point of view content, and some of them are going to be slower movers and they're going to be more interested in case studies and testimonials. So as you start filling out these below, you're going to see that these numbers change. And the total number of posts are going to be here, but what we're really concerned is the percentage of the total of the posts. So right now you can see that others is taking the cake with 3 posts. If we went up here and started adding case study, case study, case study, you can see that we've adjusted the percentage of the total. So that's to give you a really quick look at how things are going, so that when you're going through and adding your content, you can get a really good feel for, okay, am I balanced? Am I giving them enough of this information? It can be really easy to start just posting about culture, all of those kind of behind the scenes photos, and it's so-and-so's birthday, and all of that can get, it's kind of easy fodder, and it can be really easy to fill up your editorial calendar with that stuff. But I would really encourage you to try to look at your audience, figure out their persona, and then base your editorial calendar off of what content is going to be most useful for them. And then the way to use this as an ongoing tool for your business is to go ahead and duplicate this month as you move throughout the year. And to do that, you would just hit Control or right click and duplicate this into the next tab, rename that, and then go in and update for the new information. If you loved the way that your content came out in terms of the percentages per category, you could leave this column and that would be your prompt for what kind of content you should start pulling. If you thought that your platform usage was great and that that's how many you want to post on each platform per month, you could leave that column and say, hey, that worked out really well for us. You can also start pulling your hashtags and say, hey, these are the hashtags that were really working for us. We're going to continue using those ones. So this is a really robust and wonderful tool for you to use to help organize your content, use it as a worksheet for yourself to start creating that content, and making sure that you're being really, really clear through the content that you put online for your clients. If you have any questions, we're happy to help you. And also, if this is a service that you're interested in contracting Bridgetown Marketing to do, we have some really great options and package options for social media marketing that we would love to talk to you about. You can email us at info@bridgetown-marketing.com, or you can just reply to any of our emails. Thank you, and we hope this helped.